Srinagar has been designated as the World Craft City, and right now we have many foreign delegates from World Craft Council who are attending preliminary meetings in summer capital Srinagar. And right now, the delegates are actually discussing how this city can be promoted and projected on the arts and crafts landscape. इस ज़मन में हमने कई सारे डेलीगेट से बात की और जानने की कोशिश की कि क्या कुछ है वर्ल्ड क्राफ्ट काउंसिल के अंदर, और ये वर्ल्ड क्राफ्ट म्यूज़ियम जो ये कह रहे हैं कि बहुत सारे जो क्राफ्ट्स हैं उनको भी प्रमोट किया जाएगा, उनको भी प्रिजर्व किया जाएगा, और इसके क्या नताइज होंगे यहाँ की बिज़नेस कम्युनिटी के। बिज़नेस लीडर्स से, बिज़नेस स्टेक होल्डर्स से भी बात करेंगे, उनसे भी जानने की कोशिश करेंगे कि कैसा ये जो है सफ़र वर्ल्ड क्राफ्ट काउंसिल के साथ श्रीनगर के ख़ास तौर से कश्मीर के लिए कैसा रहेगा।
My name is Vicky Shaw. I'm the chairman in Kashmir for PhD Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Today is a wonderful day for us. We are celebrating the 60th program for World Craft Council City in Srinagar. And you will be happy to know World Craft City Council has bestowed us this honor, Craft City of Srinagar, and it means a lot to artisans, businessmen, especially people who are generating employment, working in handicrafts, carpets, shawls, pashminas, walnut wood, all kind of anything to do with work of art.
We are joined by Chief Secretary Jammu and Kashmir अटल डुल्लू। डुल्लू साहब, क्राफ्ट्स के हवाले से बहुत काम हो रहा है इस वक्त, और इस वक्त वर्ल्ड क्राफ्ट काउंसिल जो है यहाँ पे श्रीनगर में है, इनके डेलीगेट्स भी यहाँ पे आए हैं। तो हाउ डू यू थिंक दिस इज गोइंग टू प्रमोट दिस आर्ट एंड क्राफ्ट्स ग्लोबली?
I think it is going to be a game changer. In 2024, the World Craft Council declared Srinagar as a World Craft City in recognition of the hard work, dedication and commitment of the artisans of Kashmir. And it's our privilege to host the World Craft Council to celebrate their 60th anniversary in Kashmir. And they are here and they will be staying here for 3 days. I think it is going to connect the artisans of Kashmir to the global markets.
मकसद ये है कि जो इनके चैप्टर चेयरमैन से, चाहे वो नॉर्थ अमेरिका हो, साउथ अमेरिका हो, यूरोपियन चैप्टर हो, ऑस्ट्रेलियन चैप्टर, एशियन चैप्टर, तो उनके सारे रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स यहाँ आए हैं। उसके अलावा हमने जो है कोई 19 के करीब सेंट्रल एशिया से आर्टिजन्स बुलाए हैं। तो हम चाहते हैं कि एक तो बाइंग इकोसिस्टम, जो बायर्स यहाँ पे आए और क्राफ्ट देखें, दूसरा जो हमारा इन्फ्लुएंस, तारीखी इन्फ्लुएंस रहा है सेंट्रल एशिया का हमारे क्राफ्ट्स पे, तो उसको हम आगे लेके जाए।
There needs to be some kind of a system, especially with artisans when they get older. Why should artisans not have access to healthcare, to be able to retire with dignity? We need to talk about some issues like, will an artisan who makes the most beautiful items, would they ever be able to wear what they produce? I feel like there really needs to be product development that is more affordable. We're seeing the highest of the high, that's today. We're looking at like the most exquisite, beautiful pieces that are taking months and more to finish. But in chatting just briefly to young people and asking them, you've got to, they're not interested, they can't afford the pieces. So there needs to be another level so that you can at least hook the younger generation. Otherwise, there's not going to be a local market for it, and that would be really sad.
My name is Shahla Ali Sheikh. I'm an entrepreneur, I manufacture furniture, and I'm a design consultant, also an environmentalist. And I'm very, very delighted to know about celebrations that took place on the 60th anniversary of the World Craft Council. This has given all us creative people an opportunity to meet, to interact, to exchange ideas, and it's going to go a long way. It's going to be a very, very positive thing in the field of art, craft, and it's going to give a great boost to our sector.
So, how do you think this World Craft Council tag to Srinagar is going to promote the local arts and crafts, and the tag itself means?
Yeah, the very fact that they've come, they've come, and Srinagar has come on the world map. That itself will take care of a lot of things. That itself will take care of a lot of things.
So, if you talk about Kashmir in itself is a brand, but then you need to work a lot on the arts and crafts, maybe on the infrastructure
Yes,
of the
of course. Yes, of
of
course,
the artisan clusters and all.
Yes,
So,
yes.
so what are you taking out of this whole meetings?
This whole thing is that, you have to respect the artisan, you have to see what they need, their basic needs. There's certain infrastructural issues which the government has to look into. And I personally, as an environmentalist, am working hard on the inland water transport. That's our highway to Shahre-Khas. So,
Again, a heritage.
yes, and when you go downstream, it's the road less traveled these days. So if you revive the river, it's literally it's not utilized. Neither is it utilized for leisure, nor is it utilized for public transport. And with the kind of chaotic traffic that we are witnessing, we are in a closed ecosystem. So there's very little we can do to go horizontal. We're not going to be able to make too many bridges and flyovers. That's not good for our landscape either. So what I suggest is that we have to concentrate on repairing the weir, getting the water levels right so that we can ply boats. People can go for leisure, people can go straight to the artisan, people can see the history down the river. It's amazing, it's fascinating, the cultural exchange. You see it in the monuments, there are shrines, there are temples, there are mosques. So it's fascinating, road downstream. That used to be the highway initially. So I'm working on that. And the entire craft hub is downstream. So if you highlight that, automatically the river will get cleaned up. Automatically your banks will get cleaner. Everything will get uplifted.